welcome to the Singapore Indoor Stadium here in Singapore for semi-finals day at the Li-Ning Singapore Open, event number 6 on the 12 tournament OSIM BWF World Superseries. Of course, the Super Series, 12 tournaments throughout the year, plus, of course, the Super Series Finals, and the top 8 players or pairs in all 5 disciplines will qualify for the end of season Super Series Finals. So here we are, halfway through Singapore Open, the 6th event, and as I say, it is semi-finals day, and we've got a tremendous lineup for you this afternoon. We've got both the men's singles, and in fact we're starting with one of the men's singles, and both players involved in the first match are vying for a first ever appearance in the final of a Super Series tournament. It's Nguyen Tien Minh, the number 6 seed from Vietnam, against Tommy Sugiarto in his second semi-final in 2 weeks. Then we've got women's doubles and the Olympic champions Tian Qing and Zhao Yunlei. They're up against Meswari and Polly, who in fact reached the final of this event back in 2009. Then the second of the men's singles, and Ueda from Japan, he's up against the defending champion and 2-time winner of this event, Boonsak Ponsana of Thailand. Then women's singles and the current world champion Wang Yihan, the number 4 seed here though in Singapore. She's up against Lindaweni Fanatri, who yesterday caused a sensation by beating the number 2 seed and former champion Saina Nehwal of India. Then the last of our 5 semi-finals features the current world and Olympic champions Taiyun and Fu Haifeng up against Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan, the Indonesian pair, fresh from victory in their home event last week, the Premier Super Series event held in Jakarta. Well, that's the lineup, and that's our first match. It's the number 6 seed Nguyen Tien Minh of Vietnam up against the unseeded Tommy Sugiarto of Indonesia. Well, I can tell you that the men's singles draw all 4 semi-finalists from 4 different nations. Our first match that we're going to concentrate on is from the top half of the draw. Here come the players, led out by the number 6 seed Nguyen Tien Minh. Tommy Sugiarto, well, he's had a couple of weeks that he will remember forever and a day. Of course, last week, semi-finalist in his home event, having beaten in the very first round last week in Jakarta, beaten the world number 2 and current All England champion Chen Long, and beat him in 2 straight games, so we knew he was in good form. But my goodness, hasn't he built on that this week? I can tell you that in the second round here, he beat the number 8 seed and beaten finalist from a year ago, Wang Shiming from China. Yesterday in his quarter-final, he beat English number 1 Rajiv Usif, who himself had disposed of the number 4 seed Kenichi Targo. So, whilst he may be unseeded, Tommy Sugiarto in the form of his life. There he is, the 25-year-old, turned 25 3 weeks ago, born in West Jakarta, and of course the son of a former world champion, Ichuk Sugiarto, who of course won the world title way back in 1983. Well, that's fairly ominous for Indonesian fans, isn't it? The last time they met was just over a year ago in the first round of the Indonesia Open. And as you can see, Nguyen Tien Minh has won all of their previous meetings. Twice it's been to 3 games. So there is the man from Ho Chi Minh City. 30 years of age now. Current world ranking, down 1 place in the world ranking to number 10. He has been as high as 5. He achieved that back in 2010. He was semi-finalist last year, lost out to the eventual champion Boonsak Ponsana in the thrilling semi-final. I remember it well. It was an hour and 10 minutes, 21:15 in the decider. But he's been a big supporter of this event. This is his 9th consecutive appearance here at the Singapore Open, and his semi-final last year was his best result to date. So to his opponent, well, he's shot up 7 places in the world ranking after his semi-final last week in the Premier Super Series Indonesian Open. So now at number 13, and his win-loss record for the year translates into one final. That was the German Grand Prix Gold event, where he'd beaten in the semi-final the defending champion here, Bunsak Ponsana. What a sudden breakthrough the Indonesian has made in world terms in the last 12 months or so. So we're looking at our court officials. I can tell you that the umpire from Sri Lanka, the service judge from Singapore, so one of these two men, by the end of the day, will have created history for themselves, because neither man has ever reached a Super Series tournament final previously. For this man, this is his 6th appearance in a Super Series semi-final, and the first, incidentally, since this event last year. So the first Super Series semi for 12 months. Tommy Sugiarto, this is his 2nd Super Series semi in 2 weeks, his 3rd in total.
And on my left, Nguyen Tien Minh, Vietnam.
So the first of the semi-finals gets underway. Sugiarto, unseeded, nearest to us. Nguyen, far side of the court, and I can tell you that both these athletes rely very heavily on their physicality. Both extremely fit athletes. They will run and run all day. That said, I think, in my opinion, I think Sugiarto has probably got more weapons to really hurt his opponent. He's got the opportunity of playing winning shots. That's not to say this man doesn't also have that capability, but I think he prefers to run. That's his whole style of wearing down opponents. And of course, Nguyen yesterday didn't actually complete his match because the German, Mark Schwiebler, who had had a fantastic week last week in Indonesia, reached the final, lost out to Lee Chong-wei. But Mark Schwiebler struggling with a leg injury halfway through the second game, decided enough was enough. He really couldn't move properly, he was really struggling, and therefore retired at a game and 11-8 down. So Nguyen only having to play for 31 minutes yesterday. Mind you, Tommy Sugiarto only took 41 minutes to beat Rajiv Usif from England. Yesterday about the drift in this magnificent arena. It really is a lovely venue. And the shuttle is flying a little bit faster, going towards Tianmin Nguyen's side of the court. So the far end as we look down. So Sugiarto will have to be a little bit cautious with the way he lifts the shuttle. He'll have to not give it quite so much power. That's delightful play. Far from putting in the clear, put in the deceptive drop shot. And played it to great effect. expect lots of these long rallies. Suddenly the injection of pace from Tommy Sugiarto. Followed forward well. I mentioned that the drift is going from our end of the court to that far side. Not only has Sugiarto got to be careful about not hitting long, but his opponent has got to be very cautious he doesn't hit short from that far side. That previous one, still was way too short, and that's why Sugiarto was able to attack it. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, it was the defensive shot driven very deep into the Sugiarto forehand corner. That's the one that did the damage. The umpire allowing them to have a quick tell down. Only 4 minutes this match has been in progress. I'm surprised about that. Tommy Sugiarto has played an awful lot of badminton over the last couple of weeks. Also made the trip to Thailand, played in the Thailand Grand Prix the week before the Indonesian Super Series event. Yeah. And I can't help but wonder whether the accumulation of tiredness is going to catch up with him. Well, it will do at some point. It's whether he can get through this tournament before that happens. Thought about it. Now, in contrast, Nguyen Tien Minh of Vietnam, who didn't play in Thailand last week in Indonesia. He only had 1 match. He lost in the first round to the number 3 seed Du Pengyu in 2 straight games. So hasn't played so much badminton over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So physically should be in better shape. That, given the fact also that was given a walkover halfway through the second game yesterday. Although he did have 3 games in the first round against the winner of the Thailand Open 2 weeks ago, Srikanth of India, and then against Samsonphoongsak, the left-hander from Thailand in round number 2. Yeah, apologises for the good fortune. And back level. 8-all. Very quick behind the return of serve to play the winning smash.
9-8.
And for the first time in this opening game, the number 6 seed Nguyen goes into the lead. It's gone wide. I think it was at 6-3 or 6-4 that Sugiarto asked the umpire for a towel down. He took a break, and I thought then maybe he was struggling physically. Because that 5 straight points just now from 5-8 down. 10-8 lead really has got Nguyen back believing. It's 10-all. Well, it's called out. Nguyen looks to the umpire for an overall. No overall comes. Joko Sugiarto, former world champion, 1993. Big shake-up in the Indonesian Federation with their coaching staff, and many of the former great players from Indonesia now back involved with coaching this new generation. And it seems to be having the desired effect.
Eleven, 10, play.
Well, again, the last 2 lifts from Tien Minh Nguyen simply not deep enough, and Sugiarto far too good. Look where his feet are on the second one, well inside that double service court. That's an indication of how short the lift was. And therefore the opportunity to put the shuttle away. Good use of the body smash. Oh, that's nice. Slicing viciously across the feathers of the shuttle. Creating the extra spin, creating the angle. That's landed well in. That's a great example of the difference in ends, the drift. Well, right at the start of the match, I said Sugiarto had some lovely winning shots. That's one of them. Well, the difference between success and failure at this level, absolutely tiny. Look at this. Hit the top of the tape. Oh, it's about as close as it can come without going over. Oh, changed his mind. It's a good rally. Oh, yeah, ran out of patience. And as Tommy Sugiarto played that attempted cross-court shot, just looked at his body movement here, falls away from the court instead of the body movement coming back into the court towards the centre. That's nice. Well, that attempted cross-court winner from Tom Sugiarto, when I pointed out his footwork, and I pointed it out because it was lazy footwork from a man that's tired, and so too was his footwork in that last rally, producing a loose shot and therefore the easy opportunity to pounce on it from Nguyen. It's all level once again. Well, look back towards the line, Nguyen. Wasn't sure whether he should have taken it, but he's got no coach on the coach's bench there. Nobody to ask advice from. Quality net play set up the rally for Tien Minh. That is fabulous. Good movements, and put body and soul into that straight smash down the line. And look how his movement's coming back forward into court again. As soon as he lands, moving, ready for the next one, had it to come back over. Nice play. Oh, so too is that sound.
17 all.
What a great opening game. Yeah, that's a couple of smashes from his forehand corner. Tien Minh has just thundered straight down the line towards the Sugiarto backhand. And a couple that Sugiarto has missed. Oh, well, apologises for the fact that the shuttle hit the top of the tape before going over. But I suspect it might have been a winner anyway.
17.
And that's the problem when you go for cross-court on a singles court. Unless you put your opponent under huge pressure, you play yourself into trouble because you've got the full diagonal of the court to then scamper to return the straight block. Yeah. Short lift again.
Oh. Service over. 18-19.
Good rally, great pace. Would you believe it? It was a total miss hit from Nguyen Tien Minh. But it had the desired effect as far as he was concerned. It came off the frame of his racket. He immediately raises his hand in apology.
Game point 18.
And once again, a little surprised that the umpire is allowing players to towel down when it's game point, 2 game point opportunities. Oh.
20-18. Play.
Here are the game point opportunities for the number 6 seed from Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh.
Oh, that's one of them well saved.
Service over. 19-20.
That's wide and long. It's 20 all.
20 all.
We will require extra points until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Oh, all credit to Tommy Sugiarto. Oh, goodness me. Well, it crawled along the top of the tape.
20.
And then fell back the Indonesian side. So will it be third time lucky for Tien Minh? Third game point opportunity. It's gone long, and this time he converts. 22-20 in an excellent opening game, lasting 22 minutes.
Nguyen Tien Minh, 22-20.
Well, he had to come from behind. Did the seeded player from Vietnam. And confirmation of the score, 22-20 in 22 minutes of play. Well, a change of shirt for the Vietnamese player, but no advice because no coach here in Singapore. No. lot of sporting philosophy, does this man. Success only comes to people who try their best every day. Oh, what a wise man to live by that sort of philosophy.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20
Two courts
seconds.
in action, of course, today. So he'll be very happy after squeezing that opening game, 22-20. A change of shirt for Tien Minh Nguyen. Just makes a player feel a little bit fresher, and certainly after such a physical opening game.
Ready?
Feels nice. Tommy Sugiarto has got
Second game.
Sugiarto
No ball.
on his
Black.
coach's bench. I said in the opening game, I wondered if Tommy Sugiarto, all the matches he's played over the last 3 weeks, whether it was all going to prove too much for him here in the semi-final. It certainly won't be for lack of effort. It might be for lack of energy. And whether there's just as much springy power in those muscular legs of his, well, remains to be seen. Good aggression. He knows that he can afford to keep his base a little further up the court. Pounce on anything that's short. That's wide.
3, low.
Well, this has been an excellent start to the second game. Tien Minh Nguyen. Yeah, shots like that from Sugiarto, to me, indicate that he is feeling
Service
fatigued.
over. 1-4.
Yeah, good job, man.
2-4.
It's good movement from Nguyen. Good physical effort to get behind the shuttle. You've got the options there. Yeah, once again, his recovery is so good. Well, Tommy Sugiarto, last week I wrote him off, I think it was. Said he was looking tired in one of his matches. Back he came. He obviously goes through spells within his games.
Service over. 6-3.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that was going wide. Yeah, well, of course, it's much more difficult for Sugiarto from that far side of the court to make any penetration with his smashes, because he's hitting into the wind. Shuttle holding up.
Service over. 4-7.
That's nice. Yep.
Five,
Think about the angles
7.
and placement rather than the power from that far end of the court. I think that's what all players have to do.
Service over. 8-5. Service over. 6-8. Service over. 9-6.
Yeah, good crowd in today. There's been good crowds all week, I have to say, here in the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Just wide.
Service over. 7-9.
Following up well, and very, very good aggression in the rally from Nguyen Tien Minh. That's why it's so important when you do those jump smashes, by the time you're landing, that your body movement is coming forward so you can rush forward to the net. Lovely play. Just wide. Yeah, good judgment from Nguyen, and he has a 4-point advantage at the mid-game interval.
Mop the center. Center.
Well, the umpire just asking the court officials to mop the centre of the court. There you can see Nguyen just pacing about on his own.
Court punt, 20 seconds. Court punt, 20 seconds.
Well, Joko Sugiarto, coach to Tommy Sugiarto, is going to have to work awfully hard on keeping his spirits up. And when you start to feel a little bit tired, it's so easy to let the mind go and the spirit be broken. That's where you need your mental discipline. idea, but wrong execution.
12-7.
There he is, Joko Sugiarto. Just wide.
Service over. 8-12.
Yeah, it's a good rally.
9-12.
Indecision, changed his mind. So did he, and Nguyen making the wrong decision, it landed clearly in.
12.
Well, there must be a bit of a swirl, I think, with the wind. Because yesterday we saw a couple of players completely fresh air shot. Gone long.
Service over. 13-10.
This is an absolutely crucial little phase of play, because if Tien Minh gets too far in front, I think it's very ominous signs for Tommy Sugiarto. Got to keep the score close. Yeah, that will help. That's
Service
lovely.
over. 11-13.
Maybe a little bit lucky that it got deflected by the net cord, but the intention was there. It's gone wide.
12-13.
Close the gap to just 1 point, having been 5 points adrift. He's won 5 of the last 6 points as Tommy Sugiarto. Shift in momentum. Level.
13 all.
6 of 7 points. Well.
14-13.
Well, somehow he's found the energy and he's found the discipline. And all credit to Sugiarto for doing so. Well, that was an extraordinary run.
Service over. 14 all.
of 8 points. But the run is broken. And it's all level.
Service over. 15.
A new lease of life for Tommy Sugiarto. Who's 7-12 down in this second game. Oh, that's good.
Service over. 15-16.
Good awareness too. Maybe saw out of the corner of his eye that Sugiarto had stood his ground front. Oh, once again, it's all level. It's long.
Service over.
Well, that was a good point psychologically. No question, shuttle was long.
Yes.
Umpire asking the players to return to court. 40 minutes this semi-final has been in progress.
Service over. 17 all.
Oh my goodness, it's called wide. Well,
18-17.
Tommy Sugiarto surprised, and I have to say, I concur. Let's have another look at that again. Well, my instinct at the time was that it had landed on the line. And looking at it again, I'm even more convinced. Oh, no, that wasn't. Oh, good umpiring. Correction. That was out. It was definitely out. The previous one had definitely been in. That call was wrong. And suddenly, well, for that to be called in, we can't see it from that angle. But thank goodness the umpire has stepped in.
I can overrule the line there.
Priya from Sri Lanka, just speaking to Tien Minh and saying, I'm allowed to overrule the line judge. Indeed he is. He can only do so immediately when he sees that a bad call has happened. And he followed the letter of the law.
Thank you. Players.
And that was a good piece of umpiring.
Tommy.
No, sitting down in protest won't get you very far.
Play.
Well, of course, we're privileged to see it again. And that was definitely out, that well smash from Nguyen. gone wide. And all he had to do, yes, he's absolutely livid with himself, is Tien Minh Nguyen, because he would have heard, as we did, the strings go in the racket of Tommy Sugiarto with the overhead smash. All the Vietnamese #1 had to do was get the shuttle over and in, and Sugiarto wouldn't have been able to control it with broken strings, but he hit it wide. Goodness me, it's all happening. So now Sugiarto just 2 points away from taking the second game. Our score graphic just round the wrong way. It is Sugiarto who has the lead, 19-18. Yeah.
20 game point.
And now
18.
2 game point opportunities to level this semi-final at 1 game apiece. Well, the luck of the net cord this time with the Indonesian, but Nguyen has had a couple of lucky net cords himself. It does tend to even itself out over a match. Here we are, game point. Oh, he's found the nets.
Service over. 19-20.
The match. Oh. Work rate of both players, phenomenal. Unbelievable. And finally, Tommy Sugiarto converts 21-19. The score in the second game.
Second game won by Tommy Sugiarto, 21-19. 1 game
46 minutes of play, and as the umpire calls, 1 game apiece. And look at the reaction of Tommy Sugiarto. What a rally to close out that second game. Badminton of the very highest quality. And we will indeed be treated to a third and deciding game there. 1 game apiece, with Tommy Sugiarto taking the second, 21-19. Well, I think everybody here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium taking a little breather after the excitement of that second game, and the knowledge that we will have a third and deciding game. You can see some action on court number 2. I can tell you that that's the Olympic champion, Li Shuirei, #1 seed, against Yu Sun, her teammate from China. Keep you abreast as to what's happening there. Well, Tien Minh Nguyen must have thought at a game and 12-7 up that he was on his way to the final. I thought this man was looking tired. And Sugiarto, no, it's just lovely that he keeps proving me wrong. He's got such fighting spirit. Seems to find energy from within. And he just keeps on going. He never gives up. Well, who's going to have the energy, who's going to have the desire, and who's going to have the discipline for this third undeciding game?
Service over, 1-all.
Must be long by a whisker. Yes, good smash. There's definitely more opportunities from this near side of the court to actually play winners. Shuttle goes down faster. And you've got to make sure you've got the angle, because otherwise it will go long off the back line. Overdone it. Well, obviously, as you can see, Nguyen now in a, no, is that yellow or is that fluorescent green? I think it's probably a yellow shirt now. Wasn't sure players are allowed to change colour of shirt partway through a match. He was wearing blue in the first two games.
Service over, 2-3.
Yeah, it's definitely yellow. Got to make those net shots count. Those don't really take any energy. Oh, great retrieving. Unbelievable. Oh, it's gone long. Well long. Yeah, stood his ground, Tommy Sugiarto. Nice play.
Service over, 4-all.
Tien Minh Nguyen has an incredible records in finals. Should he reach the final tomorrow, should he win against Tommy Sugiarto, he's been in 14 finals, he's won 12 of them, but never have either of these men been in a Super Series tournament final. So this, whoever wins this match, this is a huge step up and a huge achievement for the winner.
Play. Change, yeah. 4 all. Play.
Always landed in. That's lovely play from Nguyen.
Service over. 5-4.
He's been a huge sporting star in his home country for many years now, has Tien Minh. I remember way back in 2004 he was named one of Vietnam News Agency's top 10 athletes from the country. And that was when he was just a mere 20 or 21-year-old. That's landed in as well.
6-4.
Good return of serve.
Service over.
The body
5,
attack.
6.
Pounced on it quickly. Straight at his opponent. That's long. Yeah, what was I saying just a moment ago? More chances for winners from this near end, but you've got to get the angle, because otherwise, if you don't, this happens. You go for the smash, but because of the drift, it gets carried along of the back line.
It's in.
Now the umpire confirming the line judge's call on this occasion.
Service over. 6-7.
Desperation defence there from Tien Minh.
7 all.
First that one, then the second. Couldn't possibly defend a third. All level once more. Yeah, that's a great cross-court smash from
Service over.
the Vietnamese player.
8-7. Play.
Well,
Service over. 8 all.
Tien Minh,
How can I see? How can I overrule? The line is too far from me. I cannot overrule. The line judge decision is the final.
well, I can understand why Tien Minh Nguyen is incensed, and I also understand exactly what the umpire is saying. He says, how can I possibly see that far line? Because the umpire is only allowed to overrule a line judge if he sees that a clear error has been made. Now, on that far sideline, he can't possibly see. But I think...
But you can't influence the line judge. If you are going to influence, I will have to show you a yellow card next time. This is the last warning, okay?
Well, that's fairly harsh. Well, I thought Tommy Sugiarto was hard done by in the second game, and I think Tien Minh has been very hard done by on that one. I thought that was clearly out, and I'm looking straight down that line. All does even itself out, doesn't it, in a match? Oh, goodness me. Well, we need to see that again, but this is just getting ridiculous. Yeah, that was clearly long. That was clearly long. Well,
I cannot overrule. It's far from me. No, I cannot see. Line judge is there. You have to accept the line judge decision. No, you can't see. Line judge is appointed to that. Go and play. Otherwise, I have to warn you.
well, again, the umpire explaining that he can't overrule because he can't see that back line. Well, there's been a lot of talk in badminton about having video replays of lines with cameras just pointed down the lines and players having the capability to challenge the line call. Sadly, this week, and especially this match, we have needed that facility. But it's still in the testing stage, and we need to get it right before we embark on technology that we need to be 100% certain works and give us is the correct answer.
9-all.
But it is a huge shame, I have to say, for both players. We've had 3 or 4 bad calls just in this one match. Well, who's going to be able to cope with the adversity? Who's going to channel that anger and frustration in the right direction? Use it to their advantage. No one ever better than that, of course, from a different sport, John McEnroe. Well, the luck of the net cord for Tien Minh Nguyen. And he has a 2-point advantage as the match clock just ticks over the hour mark. We're just changing ends here in the third and deciding game. So the players change ends. Never passed a quarter-final so far this year prior to this tournament. Tien Minh Nguyen. A couple of quarter-finals, the All England, which of course Premier Super Series, and the Australian Grand Prix Gold, which next year will be a Super Series event.
Ready? 11-9, play.
Yeah, that's called good, and I think that's the right call.
10-11.
Oh, great defence. Back over his head. Yeah. It was the defensive shot that changed the momentum of the rally there from Tommy Sugiarto. He then followed it up with a wonderful tight spinning net shot, forced the short lift, and then the opportunity to play the winning smash. One game all, 11 all. Well, inevitably, as the players get more and more tired, there will be more and more errors. For a match that's been in progress almost an hour and 5 minutes, there's a remarkably few errors. No argument from the players on that one. Points from Tommy Sugiarto. I thought that one was a winner. Thought there was no way the next one was coming back. So Tien Minh Nguyen doing so well to defend two of those, but once again couldn't defend the third.
Get in.
Umpire being very lenient as far as little timeouts are concerned. Fairly harsh as far as their complaints about the line calls, which we could see were wrong. But of course the umpire doesn't have the privilege of that.
Play.
So a 2-point advantage for the Indonesian. That's long. There's that problem with not getting a steep enough angle. Without a drift, that would have landed in. Absolutely crucial as far as Tien Minh Nguyen was concerned, because prior to that last point, he'd only won one of the last 7. How did he get that? Well, I said right at the start of the match, both these players will run and run and run all day long. Truly demonstrated in that rally.
Over 14-16.
gone again in the racket of Tommy Sugiarto.
17-14.
And he's varied his attacking plays so well today. There, just the control. You couldn't get right on top of it. He wasn't quick enough to really hit it down sharply, and therefore just hit it straight at his opponent.
Quickly. Play.
12 points since the change of ends, and Sugiarto has won 9 of them. Oh, that's good. So too is that.
18-14.
Clever play from Nguyen Tien Minh. And Sugiarto down, but certainly not out. Court will need to be mocked of the perspiration. That's clever play.
18.
Held the little block until the last moment, but look how he comes from above the shuttle. You've got so many options. You could have pushed it hard at his opponent, which is why Sugiarto had to go back in his base position in court. And in doing so left himself vulnerable to that little block to the net. Well, what a match this has turned out to be. An hour and 10 minutes already.
Okay. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. You can do by your foot, it's okay, if you want. Just wait.
Yeah, the umpire said you should scrape away the perspiration with your feet. I think that's very dangerous. Wise decision in the end. Get the court mopper
Okay, thank you.
back on.
Tommy.
Fifteen, 18. Play.
So 3 points adrift. Number 6 seed Tien Minh Nguyen. Can be so cruel at times.
Service over.
Here, the luck of the net cord in favour of Tommy Sugiarto, and just look at the despair and anguish on the face of Tien Minh Nguyen, and the delight, of course, for his opponents. Nothing you can do about that. Luck for the Indonesian, heartache for Nguyen. 2 points away, Sugiarto, from his first ever Super Series tournament final. Oh, great defence. It's gone wide. Just one precious point is needed. Semi-finalist last week at his home events in Indonesia. A week on here in Singapore. He's on match point. A place in the final is Tommy Sugiarto's unseeded. The man who went up 7 places in the world ranking after last week's semi-final. He will be up higher than 13 next week, I can tell you, whether he wins or loses tomorrow's final. his ranking will go up even higher. What
Match won by
a performance.
Sugiarto, 2022, 21-19, 21-15.
Score confirmed by our umpire. 20-22, 21-19, 21-15 in an hour and 13 minutes. My goodness me, there was a time in the second game I thought he was almost a spent force, but time and time again Sugiarto finds the energy from within to come back. And there is confirmation of the score and confirmation that Tommy Sugiarto will tomorrow contest his first ever Super Series tournament final.
Hi, I'm here with Tommy Sugiarto from Indonesia, who's just made it through to the finals. Congratulations. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
I'm very happy because my target to the route to the final.
And what do you think your chances are in the final tomorrow?
Because for opponent between Bonsak or Takuma Ueda, because he has very well to tomorrow to position 50-50 for tomorrow chance.
I wish you the best of luck in tomorrow's final and thank you.